Hey, it's Nicole. So excited to have you back listening to the Serial Entrepreneur Show. And I'm excited to introduce you to today's guest, Justin Bennett. Justin is a fellow Michael Michalowicz fan, just like me. So we're probably going to geek out and talk a lot about that. But let me tell you, Justin is nationally recognized as one of America's top financial coaches. He's coached over 1,000 household and, yep, small business owners too, on how to win with their money. I love that sentence so much, win with their money. He's got a decade of coaching clients who have paid over $8 million of debt.
Hey, if you're an entrepreneur who usually fast forwards intros just like this one, this is the podcast for you.
Hey, just a reminder, our show is brought to you by SmartCookie Media, where we believe data tells a story, and not just any story, your business story. As a subscriber to the show or as a client, you'll get insights on profitable, data-driven marketing strategies that work for you and your business, your industry, not some cookie cutter trends. No, ideas that are led by your customer data so you know they'll work for you. Connect with me on LinkedIn or Instagram to learn more. Everything's in the show notes. Now, let's get back to the show. Justin, welcome to the show.
Hi, thank you for inviting me.
You know, I like to start off the show the exact same way. How would you finish this sentence? You know you're an entrepreneur
When you are in the marketplace solving a problem with a product or a service that you think you can do just as good or better and make a dollar or two while doing it.
Yes, a dollar or two. Now tell me, when is the last time you wanted to take something the next level up? I bet you there's a story there.
Wow, there's always the next level up, and we're actually in the middle of that right now. And as you mentioned, I've been blessed to coach over 1,000 households. We're about 70, 80 clients a month right now. And so one of the ways we're looking at leveling up is we're in the beginning processes of looking at hiring a coach. You said Mike Michalowicz, something he said recently that I am just loving this. There's a difference between growing a business and scaling a business. And I'm like, wow, I've never realized that. And so in the process of wanting to scale the business, I need to get other coaches on the team so that I can do other things to widen the message to get more and more people. Because so many people, whether in personal finances or business, they're just living check to check, or they're not profitable in business. And as Mike says, in business, 83 or 84% of businesses are not profitable. 70, 80% of Americans are living check to check. And so there's a lot of work to be done.
Yeah, I love that. I love that. So before we get too far into the show, tell me, what do you own? What businesses? What are you working on?
You bet. So Strong Tower Consulting, actually this month, we're celebrating 13 years as a full-time
Congrats.
financial coach. Thank you. Thank you. And my passion is to help people who are struggling with their personal and business finances. And if I can provide them hope, we all heard KRAs or KPIs. For me, it's hope. Every call, every session, whether it's onboarding, texting, doesn't matter. I want to give hope to others and helping people get out of debt, get on a budget, be saving. If you're married, be on the same page, because it's not a comfortable subject. For most people, it's kind of
Right.
daunting. In fact, one of the challenges of being a coach is sometimes we're not seen as going to the chiropractor's office or the doctor's office. We're seen as, oh, I'm going to the principal's office to get my hands slapped for everything I've done wrong.
Right. Yeah.
And that's not what we're here for. We're not here to go, well, you did this wrong. Because believe me, I've made a lot of mistakes in personal finance. So to give people a safe place to just air their laundry, that's not friends or family, and go, listen, I make way too much money to be this broke. What are we missing? Because something doesn't make sense here.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Mike's mission is to eradicate entrepreneurial poverty. And it's not surprising to me that we connected. Justin and I met through the feed. What's really funny, folks, is if you're listening, you might hear my energy has changed a little bit on the show. Justin came to the show today standing at his standing desk. And so naturally I had to push away the chair. I had to stand too. But I will tell you, I probably would have gotten this excited and nerd out over all of this anyhow. Some of you may or may not know, but years ago, I managed to save for the house that we wanted to build. We were going to do it. We were going to do it. We're going to do it. But we just came out of having two homes. We went through the recession, all those things. We had owned a business, but I was committed to how could we find $7,000 or $14,000 that year. And by the time I set out the plan, we were over 30, 35 plus $1,000 at the end of the year. And it really was all of the things that Justin probably talks about. I remember just being like, when was someone ever going to teach these things? And spoiler, it was not, and maybe you'll talk about it. It was not about the coffee a day. It was not about always making a lunch to go to work. I worked from home still. And so I think it's really important that what you just said was, hey, I've been there too. And there should be some safe space where you can talk about these things that's not with friends or family, because nobody has that perfect way to do it until you learn from somebody else, right? No one just walks out of the womb And it's like, I got this money thing figured out. And so we need to quit telling those lies to ourselves. Justin, I want to just go over one more stat, if I may. You said it quickly, but it's one that I always keep in mind is you said 70%. I had heard it as 67% when I looked it up a long time ago, though. 70% of people are living paycheck to paycheck. And what's amazing to me is I heard that stat probably 10 years ago, and we're just not improving that. Like we're still not improving that as a society. People still aren't talking about their money. And what I've heard is is it 1 in 10 six-figure earners don't have a saving, or 2 in 10? I thought there was a lot that don't even have a savings, and they make what they think is a lot